the Commissioner's cruiser to back us up, we don't have the firepower to take on Blakemore and his elites alone. But we've got friends. Before we head to Vesna Mining Colony, it's time to call in some favors.
I have a feeling Officer Shaw at Nephthys Plains will be on our side. It's well known he's had issues with the way G&B has been running things.
A high-ranking figure like him could persuade the G&B miners to switch sides against Blakemore. I should start with him. I'll pay him a visit.
I could have a word with the Coalition. They told me only to come back if the cluster was about to implode. I think this situation counts. Anyway, they love me around there.
Good idea, Alec. Bet Ming Young would be on our side. Marie DeVint has a pretty decent rig and might be persuaded to lend a hand, if I ask nicely. And Cato at Prescott would surely contribute if it meant less regulation for his operations. While me and Alec go wrangle support, all of you go get your ships battle ready. Once the pieces are in place, we'll need to move fast. There'll only be one shot at this. We'll have to strike hard.
What if they come back while you're gone?
The elite squad took a hammering. Blakemore's carrier was banged up pretty bad. I'm thinking they're not gonna come looking for another fight too soon. But stay sharp all the same. Be ready for anything. I'll be as quick as possible.
Marie, do you read me?
Loud and clear. How's it going, bucko?
Not so great. I don't know if you're aware of the situation, but we may be facing another war with the Okar if we don't stop G&B from dragging us into it.
There have been signs of something afoot, and G&B movements and a raid I heard too. Are you mixed up in all this?
Let me level with you. Oscar Blakemore has gone insane and is jeopardizing everyone in the DMZ. I'm the guy trying to put a stop to his plans.
I always knew you had it in you, from the first time I slapped eyes on you.
I'm trying to enlist all the help I can get to launch an assault on Vesna Mining Colony.
Well, any new conflict with the Okar would be the end of my business. I'm assuming that you want me to lend a hand with my Flying Duchess?
If you're willing.
Sonny, I would relish the chance to put the boot into G&B. Count me in.
I knew I can rely on you. Thanks, Marie. When I send the call, we'll assemble above Vesna. Let's hope Shaw is as open to discussion as Marie DeVint was.
Ah, Mr. Roslin. How nice to have you visit us again. I believe this is more than a social call.
You'd be right about that. I need to have a word with you about your boss.
Oscar Blakemore? He has long forgotten that our outpost exists at all. Supplies haven't reached us in eons.
He has been preoccupied with other things, and causing quite a bit of trouble with the Okar. Let me fill you in.
No need. We may be cut off from the center of affairs, but we're not completely blind to the events unfolding. I have been picking up bits and pieces from G&B internal communications, and have registered the rising tensions with the Okar. There's quite a degree of nervousness among my colleagues about this. There was also a recent raid on Vesna. I can put two and two together myself. Blakemore is undoubtedly the root of all this trouble. He's the worst thing to have happened to this company. And you are somehow involved.
Yes, I was part of that raid. We failed. Now Blakemore has a fleet commissioner hostage.
This is indeed serious. I'm waiting, Mr. Roslin, for you to get to the point.
I think you might be the voice of reason in all this. You could talk some sense to the miners on Vesna and bring them around.
That would be mutiny. However, Blakemore does need to be removed from his post and Okar assets left intact. There is a moment in every man's life where purpose becomes clear, and you have brought mine to my door. I shan't take much time to reflect on your proposal because it is clearly the right thing to do. What do you need of me?
See, that's what I like about you, Shaw. You're straight up old school. I believe you're the most decent guy in G&B and will want to see things righted. Get together whatever fighting force you can muster and meet me above Vesna. If possible, use those G&B internal comms to tell the miners to down tools and stay out of the fray.
You are a true man of action, Mr. Roslin. I must say, I have developed a real admiration for you.
The admiration is mutual.
Well, that was a lot easier than I anticipated. Ben, how are things at base?
All clear. Preparations underway.
Good to hear. I have Shaw on our side. Heading to see Cato now. That's what I call travel made easy.
Hi, Marianne. I'd like a word with Mr. Cato on an urgent matter.
You have been expected. Please proceed to the penthouse suite.
Ah, Adam! Say, have you ever tried Gilbert guppies? They are delicious.
No. I can't say that I have. Actually, I've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Oh yeah? And who would that be?
Oscar Blakemore.
Uh-huh. What about him?
Would I be correct in presuming that opening up a new conflict with the Okar would be bad for your business?
That would be an understatement. But why present hypotheticals?
It would be the most likely outcome if Blakemore carries out his plans.
I always knew that guy was gonna cause big problems, but why would he go provoking any imbalance of the delicate equilibrium in our beloved DMZ?
He wants to claim the region as his own personal fiefdom. He has plans to make it an autonomous entity, under his direction.
Now that really pisses me off. He should know there's only one boss in these parts, and that's me. I know how guys like this operate. I've met enough opportunists in my time. If you give them a finger, they'll take your whole goddamn arm, and keep taking. Listen, I've no reason to distrust you, Adam. You've grown on me. But this sounds like it's even out of my league. I ain't in the position to take on something the scale of G&B.
I've put together an alliance, Cato. G&B needs a change in leadership, and it needs a push to do so. I believe that if you join us, that will give us the strategic and tactical edge we need. We need firepower. We need more fighters.
Wow. And to think the first time you wandered into my penthouse, you were just a nobody with an attitude. I'll tell you what. Let me do my due diligence. I'll ask around about the state of things. And I'll get back to you as soon as I've made a decision.
Don't take long, Cato. If you're not part of this, your name might not be worth much in the future. This is an opportunity. Choose your sides wisely.
Oh, I get you, Adam. I have to say, I'm impressed. And a little unnerved by your methods of persuasion.
Adam, I am trying my best to not take personal offense that you have not yet approached me to join your alliance.
Tango, you already know about everything, I presume?
I know more than I am comfortable with. I cannot sit idly by.
Huh. I wasn't so sure where you'd stand on the matter.
It is my fault for not being clearer about my position. A resumption of warfare with the Okar would not be in my or anybody's interest.
This doesn't necessarily involve the Bovis.
I am first and foremost a free citizen of the Beltogrades, and express my solidarity as such. I might be of technical assistance to your coming engagement.
I bet anything you could contribute, Pango, will prove invaluable.
Expect to hear from me. I will be in the background, plunging for intel, pulling strings.
Okay, everybody. Let's get this show started. Gather in orbit above Vesna Mining Colony. Once we've arrived, there's no turning back.
Let's do this thing!
The Coalition is right behind you.
We shall proceed immediately.
See you there.
The righteous moment of judgment has arrived.
Yeah!